All right, everything going on with The Acolyte and the negative and the positive reviews are really getting out of hand at this point. You have one side of the fandom that loves The Acolyte. You have another side of the fandom that thinks it is terrible. And let's face it, it is not the great show that people are saying it is, and it is not the horrendous show that some people are saying. I'm going to say it does fall somewhere in the middle. I will be that guy that will own up to that. I am somebody who thinks it is terrible. I do not think it is a good show, but I will sit there and say it is really, look, it is one of the, it falls closer to one of the worst shows, if not on the very end of the scale, tipping that side, if not on the in the middle. But I digress. Look, the fact of the matter is, I think that people are more afraid of criticizing this show because of the fact that there is somebody who is running the show. There's somebody that created this show that is part of the alphabet crowd. Look, Leslie Headland is very vocal about being a lesbian filmmaker or what have you. She's very vocal about that. And I think that, because Lucasfilm and everybody was so vocal about, oh, look, Leslie Headland, the first LGBTQ person show running a Star Wars show. Look at this, amazing. I think a lot of people in the fandom are afraid to talk negatively about this show because of that. And, look what month it is. You see what month it is. You see, you can almost smell the hypocrisy, the stench of laughter and yeah, I don't know. Like you just can tell that they did a lot of what they're doing on purpose because they know that people won't criticize it because of that reasoning. And it's pathetic. Look, the show isn't good. It's not. It's not a good show. Absolutely, film and all of art and television and movies are subjective. It is, okay? The first 2 episodes, you can read my review, you can watch my review. I kept out any of that agenda-pushing stuff out of my reviews because I didn't want people to sit there and think, oh, it's just another person reviewing who says XYZ about Leslie Headland being a lesbian or about this actress being in the show being a lesbian or this, or this. I kept it all out because I don't want people to sit there and watch my review or read my review and think, oh, of course he's going to not like it because of this, and this. I kept it out of it. Because when you watch and really watch this show, you can see that there are issues with this show, from the writing, from the dialogue, from the production design, from the costume design. It is not good. It's just not. The dialogue. Look, I say in my review, even in the beginning, when May walks into the cantina or the bar and goes, you need to fight me with all of your might. Like, who the heck says that? Who says it like that? And the fact that Carrie-Anne Moss's character is sitting there at a table filled with aliens and she's sitting there staring at a wall. And then the way she turned, terrible direction. There are so many issues, with this show in these first 2 episodes that have nothing to do with any of the agenda pushing and wokeness that is inevitably going to be in this show that really wasn't very prevalent in the first 2 episodes. But people want to sit there and criticize those who are criticizing the show. The fans who are talking positively about it want to attack those who are talking negatively about the show, saying, oh, you're only saying it because you hate that there's a lesbian running the show or that there are gay people in the show. When you sit there and you take a look at the problems with the show, it has nothing to do with that. At least, if you didn't know any of that, it has nothing to do with that. Because it could very well, maybe it is because they're trying to push their ideals and agendas into it. That's why it sucks so bad. But if you step back, that's not what it is. The show is bad. It's bad. Is it the worst Star Wars ever? Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm saying that it's worse than it actually is. Like I said, maybe it falls somewhere in the middle. But it's also not as good as everybody's saying it is either. Like I said, I think people are putting it higher on a pedestal because of who is running the show, because of who are in the show. And sure, there are going to be people who are going to criticize it because of that. Absolutely. I don't appreciate the agendas that I know are coming in the show. I don't want my kids having to see that stuff because it's not important. It's stuff that doesn't need to be seen. It doesn't need to be pushed. But that is also not why the first 2 episodes have sucked. Do you see, like, I've explained it. People want to sit there, and I think it's even in my comments here, in my post here. Man. I can't find it. Can I? Show more replies. No, I can't find it here. I have many posts where people try to sit there and say, you have no proof, and I've pointed them to my reviews. Like, look, I have proof. I have examples of why it's bad. And they want to just sit there and say, oh, you have no proof, you have no proof. It just baffles me that people are so willing to shill for bad product instead of saying, look, it's bad. Let's get something good for once. Because that's all pretty much 90%, 95% of what Disney Star Wars has been bad. It's been bad. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of Star Wars The Acolyte? Did you see my review? Did you read my review? Did you watch it? Did you think it was all that bad? Did you think my review was bad? I went in, it was like a 25-minute review, and I kept the wokeness out of it. I didn't talk about it at all. What did you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. With all that said, I'll catch you all later.